When institutions collapse, individuals need to rise up.
Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. As you all know, there's a huge shortage of beds throughout the entire country, and Goa is nonetheless. As we are reaching the peak, we are seeing the need for oxygen beds, for COVID care centers to treat and isolate your patients who are mildly symptomatic or even asymptomatic, which is why several organizations are coming together to establish COVID care centers. So I'll be going through the entire briefing as to how we establish a COVID care center, how the patient when he comes, how he goes through the formalities, and how the 10-day of isolation that is there is held out. So this is a small attempt so that people who want to come up, organizations, NGOs who want to come up and establish their own COVID care centers. So let this video serve as a guide as to how to establish a fully functional COVID care center. I'll see you on the other side.
So as you can see, as the patient enters the COVID care center, the gates will be unlocked by the watchman that will be guarding it 24/7. Then you can see the labels that are mentioned over here that it is a COVID-19 quarantine center and that you are under strict observation by the CCTV cameras. The patient will then wait for the admin staff to come out with a PPE kit and then complete all the formalities that are required before admission into the COVID-19 isolation wards. On the left side over here, we also have divided the garbage into wet, dry, and also for sanitary napkins. Here we are installing a geyser that will provide hot water to the COVID-19 patients, and these 3 toilets have been converted into a washroom cum toilets for the COVID-19 patients. Now let us go and see how the wards are divided. On the right side you have the male wards, in the middle there's a divider, and on the left side are the female wards, each comprising of around 15 beds. Coming to the specifics of the wards, over here there are 15 beds and pillows are provided, bed sheets the patients have to bring. On the right side over here there are warning signs like don't make too much noise, no alcohol, no smoking, and there's an air purifier as you can see that will continuously filter the air to provide a proper breathing space to the COVID-19 patients. At the front side over here we have a few dustbins and the mop that will be used to keep the entire center clean. The electric points over here will be used by the kettles to provide hot water to the COVID-19 patients, and over here we also provide them with water supply. So walking across to the female ward, we have the similar arrangements made over here for the provision of water, and on the right side you have the entrance to the female ward. It is very similar to how the male ward is constructed, 15 beds with all the warning signs, with all the do's and don'ts. All the rules of admission will be explained to the patient at the time of admission. Over here, as you can see, this is the place where the nurses will come and rest, and as soon as when they want to monitor the COVID-19 patients, they will wear the PPE kit and walk across these stairs and will enter the ward through the right side over here, the main gate as I showed you before. And they will enter, they will carry out their duties of monitoring the patients, see if there are any COVID patients whose oxygen saturation has dropped, see if they are complying with their medications, and the standard routine procedures that have to be done to monitor the COVID patients. So after the nurse completes the duties, the person will be taking the entrance to the left and will be exiting the ward into this special area which will be used to remove the PPE kit and dispose it. And there is a garbage bin that is placed over here with a biomedical waste label over there. This will be collected by the municipality or the village panchayat and will be disposed of separately through this entrance. This area can also be used for the nurse to have a few snacks and to recover after monitoring the patients, and then she can take this exit out and take the stairs on the left to go out. Next, let us see how the patients are kept completely secure in the ward. As you can see, there are grills everywhere. This is where the final discharge papers will be written for the patient who can go home. The store over here, which will be locked 24/7, will be opened by the watchman so that the patient can go home safely and the relatives can meet the patient over here. In case our COVID care center is upgraded in the future upon receiving relevant permissions, this area can be used for the doctors that will be staying over here, beds can be put and all the amenities and the facilities can be provided. We also have to ensure that all the gates and all the exit points are completely secured by a lock or at least by a watchman. Now let us see what arrangements have been done for the food. So the person who will be serving the food will be coming through the entrance, you can see at the door, and the patients will be here waiting with their plates. After they're finished with their food, they can wash their plates over here in these 3 basins. This area on the right is the place where the patients can dry their clothes after they finished washing it in the washroom. In the nursing room, we have monitors so that there can be continuous 24/7 monitoring of the entrance points into the COVID-19 ward, so that if any untoward incident occurs, we have ample proof. At the end of all this, let me leave you with a small message. What we are seeing is that there are several organizations who are willing to donate food, money, medical supplies, and all the essential items for COVID-19 patients and to set up such COVID care centers. But what is severely lacking is the manpower and the energetic youth of the country. This is the time that we should step up and help our fellow citizens. The youth need not be worried about money or resources that is already there. And the establishment of such COVID care centers doesn't require a lot of expertise in terms of the medical profession. You need not be a doctor or any way remotely connected to medicine to even start this. All it requires is following the SOPs and the guidelines given to you by the district hospital in whichever district that you live in. Because I'm pretty sure that each and every single one of us staying over here right in our house is kind of feeling a sense of hopelessness, a sense of guilt, a sense of helplessness, that we are not able to do anything to change the situation on the ground. And a lot of this frustration and anger, we went out on social media by sharing posts that oxygen is lacking over here, the beds are a shortage over here, there are no doctors over here. But this is our time to step up and try to make a difference. I'm not saying everyone will be able to participate in the establishment of a COVID care center. But if you feel that your organizations, it might be the Lions Club, the Rotary Club, or your NGO that you follow, or the church or the temple hall, whatever resources you have nearby, you can gather and form a community, a kind of a small youth wing for that NGO and establish these COVID care centers. And the help may necessarily not be in the form of COVID care centers. It can be the monitoring of home isolated patients. It can also be the delivery of essential items. Starting a small business in these times. This is the time when we step up. When institutions collapse, individuals need to rise up. So I hope this video might have rekindled the helpful nature that exists in each and every single human being. Find the resources around you and you will find that you can solve many of the problems that are there out there. So if you enjoyed this video and learned something from it, and if you feel that this will be helpful to some other people somewhere in this wonderful state of Goa, do share this video with your friends, post it on social media, send it to family WhatsApp groups so that it reaches the right person, so that the efforts of the people at Goa Dimensions and St. John the Baptist Church is appreciated. On another note, if you like the content on this particular channel, please do subscribe to the channel because a lot of effort goes into bringing out these videos for you. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.